I want you to think about the very first video game you've ever played. This might vary depending on when you were born, but if you're someone born in the late 90s or early 2000s, you'll see where I'm going with this. Was it The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time? Was it GoldenEye on the Nintendo 64? Or was it Super Mario World on the Super Nintendo? Now, I have a question. Was graphics ever really an issue for you back then? Or were you so wrapped up around the thrill of the experience that it didn't even matter if the graphics looked like clay? Going forward in the next generation of gaming, I think we should be comfortable with where the graphics stand today. Not saying that there isn't any room for improvement, but just that it shouldn't be the priority in terms of constructing a brand new video game. If the game plays like trash, that's a different story. But the limits of graphics are at a peak so great that it's hard to imagine an engine pushing it to new heights. I remember back when I was a kid, this was around 2005, 2006, something like that. And I remember seeing someone play the brand new Forza game on Xbox 360, back when GameStop actually had demos in the store for you to play and check out. Me and my cousin were looking at this guy play this unknown racing game that we've never seen before, and the first thing that came out of our mouths was, "That looks so real." Fast forward to today, and we still have moments like that from time to time with newer games, with games using an engine that was developed 10 to 15 years ago. I think that the best looking game with the highest settings that I've ever seen to this day has to be Cyberpunk. The amount of fidelity that I witnessed with my own two eyes was something I never thought I'd see before. And there I was again thinking, how far will graphics go from here? The problem that a lot of developers are running into is the sacrifice of losing frames when trying to apply a higher resolution to said game. I grew up on retro consoles and even emulated a severe amount of retro games back when I was 9 or 10 years old. You know, to catch up with all the gaming lore due to the Angry Video Game Nerds videos. I'm 28 years old now, and I think it's fair to say that it's time to focus on something else other than improving graphics. I think it's time we start focusing on new game mechanics that we've never seen before. Provide a stronger sense of AI CPUs within the game that seems so immersive that you damn near think that it's a living person in the game. I know that sounds scary, almost like an episode of Black Mirror where gaming companies are extracting consciousness and importing it into a game. I hope that isn't and will never be the reality, but I want a little more than the game looking pretty. You know, I need some depth to the worlds that I'm running into. I'm starting to see cool graphics as a means to distract you from what's actually missing in the game, or even what the developers haven't even worked on. When introduced to a new title such as Intergalactic Heretic Prophecy or Elder Scrolls 6 or The Witcher 4 when that was revealed, when they say gameplay trailer, it's quite literally never really gameplay. It's always some cinematic scene that doesn't actually show anything, just how cool it looks. And in my opinion, it's showing a bit of laziness that I think we can all agree to that we're tired of. A lot of times, people don't really catch themselves either when falling into the trap of a game they've waited for years, only to be deceived with a cinematic trailer and a price for you to rush and pre-order the game. Think about what Grand Theft Auto 6. Now, I'm hoping that the game isn't gonna flop, let alone not live up to the hype. But all we've seen are cutscenes. We haven't actually seen the UI, how the guns play, how the cars drive throughout the city, how the NPCs interact with one another. It's just a teasing of another teaser, one after another. I think gamers around the world should be more direct about wanting to see gameplay rather than if the game exists. Because it seems like if they just mention, yeah, we're making the game, the crowd goes wild and we don't see anything for 7 to 8 years, only for the title to fall flat on its face. Gameplay is king, okay? Games with lower end visuals can still be immensely popular if they offer a fun and engaging experience. Take Silksong, for example. It's not a game where the graphics are this mind-blowing form of visuals by a realistic standard, but its artistic expressions mixed with the various ways to play this Metroidvania game lifted it up to a higher standard. Not to mention how extraordinarily difficult the game is. Another game that I've been playing on and off called Nightmare Reaper is a first-person shooter, boomer shooter, might I add, that succeeds by blending retro 2.5D aesthetics with modern, fast-paced, rogue-like mechanics and a deep looter shooter weapon system. Its core appeal stems from visceral combat, an absurdly wide variety of weapons, and addictive progression, making it a highly polished, addictive experience. Another game that I can include is Dead Cells, a game with graphics that aren't too great, but its gameplay makes up for it. Not to mention it sort of plays like a 2D version of Dark Souls or Salt and Sanctuary. But how many times have you seen a game online with the most fantastic form of graphics, only to be disappointed when the game releases due to its game mechanics, or even just how the game is constructed? The worst game that I ever played that pissed me off was between Evolve and Brink. Evolve hit me hard because I paid full price for that game, only to realize how repetitive and boring the game was. Not to say that a game being repetitive is bad, because if we're being honest, all games are repetitive by nature. It's simply subjective to what you deem to be enjoyable. But a lot of times, some games being repetitive could highlight some financial exploits developers are trying to force upon you. A lot of games are trying to turn your PC or console back into an arcade cabinet, where you pay 25 cents just to get a life. But in this case, just to continue getting the rest of the experience. Ultimately, while high quality visuals are generally appreciated and enhance the experience, they cannot save a poorly designed game, making them a complement to, rather than a substitute for, solid game design. What do you guys think about graphics being, okay for now? Look, we won't have to worry about that till maybe the next couple of years or so. Do you guys think that we should still improve, make more improvements here and there, or is that it? Just let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you guys give me a like or a dislike. It's to your liking as always. And hit your boy up with a subscribe, because I need that. Peace.